Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading today. If you are new to the channel, I'm happy that you found this reading and you clicked on it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Jody. I'm an intuitive mentor and channel. That means it's my job to listen to spirit and to provide the divine information and insight that is coming through for you. You can find out all about me and my services anytime at thespiritexperience.com. So just finishing up clearing the decks we'll be using for this reading. Today, we are going to be looking into what you're meant to release and what you're meant to receive. So release this, receive this. So I am going to set aside the bicycle deck. This is a Stargazer Sunspot deck. The Good Tarot. A little bit of Sage Ash there. Sacred Creators. And we are going to choose 3 different piles from first the Priestess of the Light deck. And I am going to choose 2 for each pile from this. While I'm doing that, I just want to remind you that this is a collective reading. It's a general reading. It is not an individual reading, so please take the divine nuggets that are resonating with you, take the information that is resonating with you, and leave the rest. Okay, so as you can see, I've got group 1 here set with the 2 cards. There's 3, this, thank you, and this one on the top. A little complicated pick for group 2, but there they are. Okay, and we'll get group 3 here. So you just want to ask yourself, which group of cards is calling to me? Which is my intuition telling me is going to give me the message that I need about what I need to release and what I need to receive, or what is aligned for me now to release and receive? All right, we've got those set there. And I am going to add an animal here, and I am going to reveal this. This is the secret language of animal oracle cards here. Love these cards. That's 4. That one, these 3. Okay, let's see how they want me to place those from the top, they're saying. So pile 1, group 1, you have the Albatross. It says faith, endurance, journey, and hope. Number 23. So group 1, 23. Group number 2. Wow, we've got 2 birds so far. The white pelican. Ease, optimism, grace, and cooperation. Card number 22. Group 2. Lots of 2s there. Group 2, 22. 23, 22, interesting. And lastly, group number 3, ooh, very different energy, polar bear. Card number 3, it says solitude, friendship, strength, and resilience. All right, so just take a good look, allow your intuition to guide you. If you are drawn to more than one pile, that's absolutely fine. You can watch more than one reading. And once you have made your selection, you can head down to the timestamps to jump right ahead to your reading. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your reading. Today we are looking into what you want to release and what you want to receive here. We're going to get a bunch more information for you. If you're listening to this, you chose the pile all the way to the left with the Albatross. Now, there's your receive card and your release card. They've asked me to place this in the center in order to help us understand what kind of energy and what kind of frequency and what kind of attributes you can use to be able to get yourself from release to receive, which is really great. So faith, endurance, journey, and hope, those are the qualities that you're looking to align with in order to get yourself to a place of being able to receive and to, of course, surrender or release. So keeping the faith on your journey, really persevering, never losing hope. Okay, you pick the Albatross. They just said, even during uncertain times, you will persevere. Yeah, you'll find what you're looking for is what they just said. So I'm just going to choose one card here for the end of your reading to give us some guidance from the Sacred Creators. And let's get a little more information about what you're meant to release. So release this. 45, brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power. Okay, these cards are really powerful cards, the Priestess of the Light Oracle. And it's interesting how they're having me use this deck. So it's not to say that the positive qualities of this card are not present and available, or continuing to be present and available for you, is how they want me to say it. However, the lower frequency, lower vibrating, lower expression of some of the attributes or the qualities of this energy are what they're looking for you to release, or what they're guiding you, and that's the insight we're going to get today. So, luminous life force and personal power, brilliant beliefs. So my guess here, which of course we're going to get some more information, is about understanding that like everybody has a different belief system, number one, and limiting beliefs around things. So it feels to me that the lower expression of this energy, it's a 45-9, that's the Hermit card. And so it's a call to solitude and being able to go within yourself and understand that some of your beliefs may be blocking you in. It feels like a restrictive type of energy that they're asking you to let go of. So looking at your belief systems and what it is that is empowering you, group number one, or where you're getting your power from and what kind of beliefs you've got going on there. It's what they want you to look at. So this will be anything that isn't serving you, anything that is not connected to your life force and your true divine personal power. Those limiting beliefs need to be looked at, they just said, because it's a restrictive energy. I'm just getting a little more information. The 7 of Wands. Okay. 7 of Clubs here, 7 of Wands coming out there. To let me know that this is something that you're doing to defend yourself or to protect yourself, which is not a bad thing. We all kind of have these belief systems going on all the time, and we usually have learned to believe that certain way about ourselves or a situation or a relationship or the list goes on in order to protect ourselves. So your mind is just trying to protect you with the beliefs that you've got going on that they're asking for you to release. As you can see, the Albatross is helping you do that by allowing you to step into a hopeful energy, a faith-based type of energy. This really feels like the Star card for me. It is a 23-5, which is the Hierophant. However, your higher wisdom may be coming into play here. That's what your life force is all about. That luminous life force that you have is connected to divinity. But with the 7 of Wands, this card can be a defensive card, and it can be a card that, for you guys, they're just showing me the word protection. So understanding that it's time to look at your beliefs. There are some that probably need to be released. That doesn't make you strange or weird. Okay, that's very normal. But at this time, it's important for you to go within yourself with that 45-9 and really allow yourself to take a look, assess your belief system and what is actually serving you or what might not belong to you anymore, what is creating that personal power for you. We're getting 3 cards from the Good Tarot to couple this so we can get more information. So we've got the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords, and her owl, another bird animal. The 2 of Fire, which is the 2 of Wands. Yeah, so some of these beliefs may be sort of hindering your, I just want to make sure you can see everything here. some of these beliefs that you've got may be hindering your path forward or allowing you to see which way is the best way or what's actually going to serve you. The Two of Fire is the Two of Wands. And again, you've got this protection energy. So you're using that fire to protect yourself, or you're using that belief to protect yourself. But really, in reality, they're asking for you to look into it, to release it, because it is actually blocking your personal power. It's blocking your path and being able to see and make a decision to progress forward in a way that really serves you. The Queen of Air is beautiful insight, very clear minded, clear guidance, clear communication. She's tapped into the wisdom, the higher wisdom. So I don't know that it's going to be super difficult for you if you allow group number one for yourself to kind of reflect within and ask yourself, what am I truly believing here, there, or the other thing? What might be blocking me? Does this belief suit me? Is it connected to my life force, to my highest divine self? Is this providing me personal power from a divine place or not? And if it's not, then it's not a brilliant belief, right? It's something that just needs to be shifted or may have been put in place in order to protect yourself. Let's see what we've got here. The Seven of Water. As you can see, this is the Seven of Cups, and she's looking at all the different choices and sort of that she has. It's a choice card. It's a dreaming type card. To me, what they're saying is like they want you to be able to let go a little in your mind and not be so restricted by certain beliefs or certain ways that you think things should happen, or what's affected you in the past, that's just going to like continue to happen in that way, that there isn't any other option but for it to happen in that way. And so this is a call for you to take inventory of what it is that you're believing and really look into doing the work around putting your guard down and tapping into why you set that belief up in the first place, and being more open to understanding how it might be actually hindering you. Because here they're telling you, stay persistent on your journey, okay? Keep the faith and hope, and understand that you can shift things that are not working for you. You can tap into that higher insight and be able to see a different path forward, to be able to dream a bit, to understand that you have more choices than you think you have, that you have more options than you think you have, and that maybe your mind had just kind of settled in, to that belief system, or that particular narrative around who you are, what you're doing, how you have to do it to get to a certain goal, what the future looks like for you, these kinds of things. The limiting beliefs that are stopping you, again, not connected to your true divine life force, your divine truth, that ignites that beautiful personal power for you, that helps you to keep this energy. And if you tap into the faith and the hope and the inner flame and the divine truth, to me, it doesn't feel like it may not be that difficult for you, group one. For some reason, it doesn't feel like an arduous task at this point. It feels like just hearing me saying this, you may know what it is. If you don't, you may uncover it, especially on the back of asking about why you would be wanting to protect yourself. Because if you've been hurt before, your mind is going to go, well, we're not going to think that about anything. We need to put our boundaries up. We need to put our barriers up. We need to, it's like, they're saying like, gather the forces in order to be able to protect you from being hurt again, for instance, or from experiencing loss again, or from being disappointed again. Okay, but that's just not really possible. Part of experiencing loss and being disappointed and being hurt it's part of the learning process. It's part of life. And so the protection that's happening is totally natural, but it's blocking you from being able to see all the beautiful choices that you have, to assess your path forward, and to gain the insights that you need in order to be able to plan something or progress forward on your path. And so if you're feeling a little bit down and out about certain things, look to your belief system and what you're telling yourself about that certain thing, that certain person, that certain relationship, and make sure that you don't just try it once and give up. The Albatross is helping you to keep the faith and persevere. Stay determined. Use that endurance to move through it. And eventually you will shift that belief. Right. They're talking about the 21-day thing. Normally it takes about 21 days for something to sort of really shift. And then from there, you're just setting it up in a foundational way. So just know that this is probably, it may be a switch for you. Sometimes we have epiphanies and it switches things for us and then we're never the same after that. But more than likely when you're trying to shift a belief or change a belief and get those defenses down a bit in order to have some faith and maybe be vulnerable a bit, or believe something better about yourself and your path and your choices and your future, it may take some time. So you're going to need some endurance and you're going to need to keep the faith. Now let's look at what you're meant to receive. Nurturing compassion and grace, the Divine Mother. Oh, this is just beautiful. Look at that moon. This may be very connected to like a full moon energy for you. The release of this and understanding it. 37-1. Yeah, that's a new energy. Ones are a new path being presented. Ones are the Magician, which is it's all in your hands, or really it's all in your mind. And you can manifest whatever it is you want, but it's about what you're thinking. Whatever you think you can do, right? And I think that there was hurt and disappointment. I'm just picking that up with this defensiveness card. And what you're meant to do is start showing compassion for yourself and possibly others, giving yourself grace at times where you need it, where it might not be just so easy to believe something that to not believe something that you've been believing for a while, to not sort of go to worst case scenario or what if this happens or what if that happens, or and not be taken down by the fears that might pop up around that. But keep the faith and give yourself this. Start to open your heart up, open your mind up, open your arms up, okay? Open your mind up to understanding that you deserve compassion and grace as you are, taking down some of those defenses that may have been built for a very good reason. 6 of Diamonds, 6 of Pentacles. This is a beautiful, generous, giving and receiving energy that's connected to opening up your heart, in this case to the Divine Mother, but basically it's like the highest version of feminine energy that nurtures and cares for and loves you no matter what. It's unconditional loving energy. That's the divine energy. That you don't need to be protecting yourself from a place of fear necessarily anymore, that it's safe for you to do that. And this kind of energy here tells me it's not going to be erratic. It feels like it will be in a balanced way, that it will be, if you're generous with yourself and you're generous with your heart, this will allow you to move in and out of the vulnerability moments or as I said, moments of fear and scarcity that might still pop up, because again, usually it's not the snap of a finger. Most of the time you do need to keep the faith to continue to endure, those pop-ups from your mind. But giving yourself grace and compassion and unconditionally loving yourself is what you're meant to receive in a way that's very generous. Let's just put it that way. It's a giving and receiving that's constant. Every time that happens and you go to sort of revert, or you find yourself thinking that way or restricting yourself again, you're just beautifully kind and forgiving to yourself. You're very compassionate with yourself. You move forward with grace. You understand there are ups and downs to this, and you're meant to endure it in order to be able to rise. You're meant to keep the faith. You're meant to continue hoping, continue journeying forward, understanding that if you are generous with yourself and your heart, that is what you are going to receive more of. Okay, we've got one card popping out. Yes, look at that. Ace of Fire, a brand new beginning for you. A brand new inspiration, brand new beginning that is creative, a brand new beginning that It's like a new spark within you happens as you begin to nurture yourself. Yeah. This is also tapping into the Divine Mother. So if you need her help, by all means, any kind of god or goddess that is going to help you, that is a mothering type of energy, will serve. Any type of goddess that connects to compassion and unconditional love. So, so whatever comes to mind when you see this could be, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin comes to mind for me. Because I love Kuan Yin. Oh, look at that there. The Temptation card, she calls it Temptation in this deck. This is the Devil card, 15-6. So they're just giving you that heads up there. It might not be so easy. You may be kind of pulled back into these restrictive thought patterns or restrictive belief systems, but you can do it. It's all about receiving unconditional love. Understanding that you deserve that without having to do anything. That whatever's gone on in your past that kind of might have set up those belief systems for you, or whatever it is that you had to journey through thus far is meant to actually serve you in loving yourself better, loving yourself more, loving yourself unconditionally. It sparks this new flame inside of you that says, I am allowed to just be unconditionally loved for just being me. Like, I don't have to do anything in order to do that. I'm allowed to welcome in love to my life just because. Like, I don't have to have a reason to do that. And so if anything's been, or abundance, thank you, abundance, I just flashed that word in front of me, of abundance into my life. And I don't have to do anything special. I already am abundant. Doing this in a really balanced, continuous way is what is going to serve you best. And just paying attention to these kind of negative cycles, or the shadow self sometimes comes up here, those dark pieces of yourself, those pieces that you like to hide, that you have your mind going, you can't let that out, or don't think about that, or shove that down. Those are the pieces that are going to start popping up, and those are the pieces that need the love and compassion. Yeah, they said give to those pieces and parts of yourself as well. Wow. Just like a love bubble is what you're meant to receive, a bubble of love. And I'm sure Spirit will be guiding you along. And there's the final card popping right out, the Two of Earth. Two of Pentacles here. You can see her sort of, it's a juggling energy, but the Two of Earth is a very grounded, again, balanced card. Two cards here that are telling us you can do this. You can do this in a way that feels really good, where you're giving and you're receiving, and it's not too much and it's not too little, and you're easing yourself in gracefully to the unconditional love that you deserve. And the belief system that actually aligns with unconditional love, yes, but your personal power, that life force, that divine flame within you, thank you, that divine flame within you, and that nobody can take that away from you. And so it's a look back, it's a reflection for you, group number one, but I have no doubt at all, if I'm honest, that you will be able to let go of these beliefs, because clearly you're being asked to now, as they are blocking this new beginning here and blocking you from being able to see that you have a new beginning, or blocking, it's sort of dimming your light, right? And so allowing those to start releasing and gaining new narratives, stepping into that and being really kind and generous with yourself, doing it in a balanced way, is going to serve you so, so well. I'm excited for you, group number one. I feel like this is what, well, it's what you deserve. It's what we all deserve. And it's your turn to step into unconditional love now. Do it in a way that is graceful. It's beautiful, really. And let down some of that guard and start believing the truth about what it is you truly are, who it is you are, and what you truly deserve. Beautiful energy. Let's see what your final bit of guidance is today for you, group number one. Oh my God, Spirit. Yeah. Move beyond intention to belief. Not surprising. So maybe you have noticed some of what I'm talking about here. Maybe you know exactly what it is that I'm talking about when I'm reading these cards and channeling in for you about the beliefs that just need to go. You see that key? You have the key. You have the key. You are the key. You have the key. And it is to shift that belief system. You may have intended to do this. You may have seen this pop up. You may have not really loved that this is the way you think about things, or, falling into this energy that's a lower vibing energy, and it may be difficult for you to kind of get out of it. And it may be a process. It feels as though it's going to be a process, but you can do it. So ask Spirit for help if you don't know exactly where to start when it comes to shifting your belief systems and taking a look at that. And they will send you, right, exactly the information you need and what you need to know. Oh, they want me to say, Group 1, it's not going to be complicated. I just feel an ease energy with this. It's because what you're meant to receive is from a divine heart-centered space, just filling up your entire being. And they're going to be putting you in this love bubble. They keep showing it to me, so I'm going to say it out loud again. It's a love bubble energy that you're meant to receive that allows you to it's like releasing with ease. It doesn't feel like a tug of war. It feels like you've intended to do this. You already know. And now you're going to move beyond your intentions to actually believing these new things, that it's time to release it. And you're going to do it in a way that doesn't feel out of extreme. It feels very generous and balanced and like you're taking care of yourself. And they just want me to say again, this, if you're looking or asking and then you come upon something that seems to be aligned for you to help release some of these belief systems and it's extremely complicated, I'm just going to go and say that that's not probably it, because what they're indicating is that what will come in is it's a simple concept. It's a simple thing. Spirit is not complicated. They're simple. Your mind's been complicating things because that's what our minds do. So this technique or this way to move into faith and to move into hope and to continue and to persevere, whatever the practice is, it's a simple practice. So don't try to overcomplicate it, and don't let your mind do that to you as you're releasing these kind of old stories about yourself and just loving yourself unconditionally and showing yourself compassion and moving through it gracefully in a balanced way. Don't let your mind overcomplicate the practice. All right. I hope that you found this reading helpful, Group number 1. If you did, you can let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leave me a comment down below about what it is that you're releasing, what kind of beliefs you want to release, or what kind of beliefs that you'd like to step into. I'd love to read them. And if you know someone else who might find it helpful, feel free to share it with them so that they can get the messages that they need. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell if you'd like to know the next time I post a pick a card reading. Wow. I feel I'm going to send some love your way, Group number 1, just to kick this off, because what a wonderful thing to be able to receive and to step into. You deserve it. It's your time. No need to believe those old narratives anymore. They've served their purpose. They did help you in a certain way to protect you, but it's time to move into faith. It's time to move into hope. It's time to open your mind, open your heart, open your arms to a beautiful, balanced, generous, unconditionally loving, divine alignment. I hope that this served you. Thank you so much, Group number 1. Hello, Group number 2, and welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be looking at what they would like you to release and receive. If you're listening to this, you chose the middle pile with the white Pelican, 22. Group 2, 22. Obviously, 2s are significant if you're tapping into this pile. And I'm just going to separate the release and receive cards for you. And they've asked me to put this card in the center because it is the energy and the frequency and the attributes that you're meant to tap into to get you from a place of surrender and into a welcoming energy, a receiving energy. So you have ease, optimism, grace, and cooperation. When I asked prior, I felt as though, number 1, other people are involved in this. So this may be people that are close to you or people you work with. Could be, we'll see what comes up for you. But also you can see that this is a graceful, smooth kind of energy here. That it feels, twos for me, this is just me, twos may mean something different for you, but when I see twos, to me, it is your spirit team or my spirit team coming in to say, keep going. You're on the right track. Keep going. Persist. Keep going. You've got this. And here you're doing it with ease and optimism and grace. So this is a positive forward movement where your spirit team right off the bat is telling you, keep doing what you're doing. It's going well so far. And we love what you've been up to. Let's look at what you're meant to release. These are very powerful cards, the Priestess of the Light deck. So we're looking at the lower expression of whatever's under this card. Let's see. Healing the heart, the power of self-love. 27 is a 9, the Hermit. Okay. Oh my goodness. They're talking about complications right now. Okay. This is, okay. When I said other people were involved, they're talking about this now with this card for you. This is around overcomplicating the most pure thing ever, which is love. Okay. Overcomplicating it. So whoever this is attached to for you, or how you sort of, they're saying walk about your life receiving love. Something needs to be released in that, they're showing me the word pattern. It released in that pattern. Healing the heart. Believing that you can be healed, the power of self-love. So this may be that you're giving all the time. I am going to get, of course, more information for sure about this. Giving all the time, and being able to love yourself and focus that intention within yourself first so that you can then provide for others. Because it's very difficult to give love when your self-love cup is dry, when you don't have anything to give, right? When you don't love yourself, or you haven't taken care of yourself. And again, they're showing me the word complicated or complications. So this may be a complicated situation that you're involved in. I'm just going to get a little more information about this card in particular here first from the Sunspot deck, just to see more of the vibe of it. It just feels like it's time to stop giving to others first. This is going to be one of the things. The cooperation card means others are involved. So this may include some delegation for you there, group number 2. If you've already begun delegating or starting to, they're saying stand up for yourself. If you've already started to stand up for yourself and ask for what it is that you need and make some time for yourself, that's wonderful. 222, keep going. Keep going. Stay positive. You're moving in the right direction. Thank you. Wow. Ace of Diamonds. Yes, this is a new path being forged. You come first. Also, yes, they said, yeah, number 1, right? Number 1. So this is a priority energy. Releasing the need to care for others first, or take care of somebody else's needs first before yourself. Really starting to ask yourself, am I good with this? Am I okay? Do I have everything that I need? And again, it feels very high vibing. this what you're stepping into. It'll be great to see what this is, but oh yes, we did forget. They said, did you forget? I'm just going to pull here quickly before we move on from the Sacred Creators. This is an intention for the end of your reading here. Did you forget, they said. Obviously, I did. Thank you, Spirit. Gotta love Spirit, guys. You want that bottom card? Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. So as I was saying, it does feel like this really high vibe of it's not egotistical to me. It feels like I deserve love, and so I'm gonna love myself, and that's it. It's a new path. I'm prioritizing myself, and you're really getting good at starting to when you find yourself going, Is everybody okay so that I can be okay? That's what they want you to release. First, you say, how am I doing? Am I okay? So it's releasing the need to not put yourself first, to put other people before yourself. And P.S., thank you. P.S., yeah, they're talking about this doesn't need to be this long thing every time, right? It could be 5 minutes. I need 5 minutes. I need uninterrupted, minutes, right? And that's it. And that's enough. Interesting. 7 of water. 7 of water is a 7 of cups. They're asking me to go again, please, now, or pull again before we tap into that energy. Looking for 3 cards here total. Okay, from the top, both from the top. These cards only get read upright from the Good Tarot, or at least that's how I'm reading them. 7 of fire, 2 7s here. 2 7s, 27, love that. And the call, ooh, this is the Judgment card. Yes, you are on a new path. You're being called to rise, basically, and understand the higher understanding of the fact that if you don't take care of yourself here first, you're not going to be able to take care of everybody else. This is a wonderful message. I love this for you, Group 2. It's very self-empowering in a very high-vibing, positive way. It's almost like this energy of, it's no big deal. It's that kind of vibe. It's no big deal. Of course I'm choosing to do this for myself, and then I'll be right with you, and then I'll take care of that. Or, nope, this is my day, or this is my time, or this is my, it's setting these really loving boundaries for yourself, and releasing any kind of low vibe, that low vibing narrative or emotions that might automatically try to come with that, like feeling guilty or feeling shameful or feeling like everything's gonna fall apart or nobody can do it as good as me. They just said that. They showed me an office scene and said, nobody's gonna do it as good as me. I might as well stay late and do it myself so that I know it's taken care of and I know it's done right. Okay, these are the kind of narratives. This is the new path. This is a grounded new opportunity energy. It's a brand new opportunity for you to put yourself in the ace position, in the first position. Loving yourself first. And again, I am not picking up the ego here. So if you find yourself being like, I deserve the best because I am, from an ego place, I am the best, and no. That's not the energy. It's not the energy. Now, these coupling cards, I love this. The Judgment card, the call is what she calls it. This is about it's a rebirth. It's a new path. It's a rebirth. It's a rising energy. It's you being called out of whatever the complications are and making it real simple. I need 5 minutes. I'll be right with you. It's like you're doing it with a smile on your face. That's an optimism energy. That's the goal. This is the kind of, the white pelican vibe is what's going to be able to help you do this much more easily. Now you've got these 2 7s here. I'm just going to ask about them because I believe that they lead to being able to rise up with ease here. And look at this, 22, of course, Group 2, you have the call, you have the Judgment card, you have the card number 20. 22, of course. 2 7s, 2 7. 2s and 7s are important for you, okay? We'll just set that, but just you can remember that and keep that. But I'm going to set that aside and see what they have to say. So 7 of water, cups, is about, they're talking about there's something that you may have wanted to do or have always wanted to do or have always thought about doing or have always kind of dreamed about doing, or maybe several things, because this card can be like about choices or having multiple, being able to dream in a dreamlike state. Sometimes you get lost in the dream state with this card, but I think that you're going to be able to put up, look at the horse, it's a unicorn. You're going to be able to forge forward on something that you may have always wanted to do. And it starts by actually being able to put yourself first. So you need to release anything that's keeping you from rising here. This gives you the sort of energy of what it's about. So you may have felt like, ugh, I'm always having to take care of others, and this is why I can't do what I've always wanted to do. Or, I'd really love to visit that place, go to that restaurant, or I'd really like to start that kind of a hobby. And you just don't feel like you have the time, you don't have the space, you don't have the energy, you don't have the brain space for it, it's just not available for you, basically. And they want you to release any kind of idea that has that kind of a narrative and begin embarking upon this new path. It's a new opportunity for you to set a new stride. So a new way of moving upon your path or moving forward on your path. There's a bit of magic here, and look, she's got, are these sparks? They're like fireflies or dragonflies. They look like kind of fiery dragonflies. So, all these beautiful sparks come as you begin to start to imagine that maybe it is available for you. And release any kind of thing that says, oh, I got to take care of this, that, and the other thing first, and then I can serve myself. And then I can start embarking upon that path, then I can try that restaurant, then I can do this, then I can start this craft, or I can start this. They're showing me somebody learning how to play an instrument. I can start these lessons. You don't have to do that anymore. They want you to release that narrative altogether. A new path is available for you. A new opportunity is available for you. Will you heed the call? Will you rise up? Will you decide to release anything that doesn't allow you to come when you're being called? This is a divine calling. I hope that you take it, Group 2. Group 2, card 20, card 2002. Geez, lots of twos. 2s and 7s for you, Group 2. Well, that's pretty clear. It's not all about everybody else all the time now. They want you to release that. They said, people are going to do just fine. The world is not going to fall apart because you decided to set a beautiful boundary or take some time for yourself or engage in something that you want to do just because it brings you joy and just because you've always wanted to do it. Yep. That you'll be able to persevere and actually move forward and do that if you'd like. Please heed the call. They said, please heed the call and do it, of course, with positivity. The more that you stay optimistic about things and involve others in a way that comes from a positive place. Like I said, it feels like you're doing this with a smile on your face from a place of joy and divine happiness, really. And so other people feel that vibe and they're not so put off. Thank you. They're saying they're not so put off by what it is that you're asking them to do. Like, actually, I have to leave early today, or I have to leave on time, or I am not going to be staying late anymore. So we're just going to have to find somebody else to do that. We're going to have to delegate that to somebody else. Thank you. And you can hear, I hope you can hear me. I'm smiling while I'm saying that. It's a place of positivity where it's not really like a question or things to be discussed. This isn't open for discussion. You're saying it in a way that is a beautiful, positive, healthy boundary for yourself because you've just decided I'm putting myself first. I'm not going to be complicating things anymore when it comes to the healing of my heart and stepping into self-love. So, wow, this feels like a release and a receiving. Let's see what you have under the receiving card. 21. Okay. 3, guide, the illuminated path. Wow. Okay. 21-3, this is the Empress card energy, but I'm picking up, this is like you will be guided. So receive. Yeah. It's not surprising. The illuminated path comes when you answer the call, is what they're saying. There's some massive connection. And it's interesting that she kind of has her hand pointed down with this divine light here. It's coming from the top and pointing her down on her new path. So you will be guided. You're meant to open up to receive the insights that are coming, but let's get some more information. I wonder what exactly they are referring to here. Because of course you can be guided in many different ways. Once you start putting yourself first, you may find this like kind of sparky energy comes up. This kind of sparky energy with that 7 of fire there just starts to lead you forward in a way that feels really prophetic is the word they want me to use. Prophetic. Wow, 10 of wands. I would say so. You're going to be 10 of clubs, 10 of wands. This is a card of culmination of years is what they're saying. Years of carrying some kind of burden or picking things up and sort of trudging along and doing what you needed to do and doing what you thought you needed to do and making sure that people are taken care of or making sure you're doing the best job or etc. Just making sure, doing whatever you have to do. When you come to this place, it's time to go, okay, I've made it here now. And in this case, you can focus on yourself, and it looks like you need to be open to receiving the guidance that's going to be coming in for you on the back of releasing this. So something is coming to a close here where it's not gonna be so heavy anymore. You can see. Don't avoid this new opportunity, this new path, putting yourself first here. It's time to release whatever kind of your ideas about what it's like your ideas about what the work is supposed to look like. And that could be the work anywhere, the work at home, the work at work, the work on a project, the work in a friendship, the work in a relationship. It's releasing the idea of what you have to do and welcoming in guidance instead, a divine guidance, being guided, allowing yourself to they just said trust yourself, allowing yourself to trust yourself. Ooh, the Sun card. This one just, it hit the deck. It did not want to go back in the deck. 17, love this energy. Oh, excuse me, the Star card. You know, like, it's not the sun. The Star card is about keeping the faith, renewing yourself, right? Being able to renew yourself. So you will be guided in ways to be able to do that. It's about shining as well. You becoming the star of your life. Again, receive. Open up to receive the guidance. It will illuminate your path forward, right? The illuminated path. It will illuminate your path forward. Because they keep bringing me back to the number, but because it is the 21-3 is the Empress card, this may be a very bountiful path, a path where you're going to feel much more connected to through nurturing yourself. You'll be much more connected to the things that allow you to let yourself shine, that replenish your spirit, that renew your light. Yeah, something has come to a close. You've completed it. Yeah, I know. 10 of fire again. 10 of fire again. So group 2, if you were wondering, if it's time for you to receive something different, or if you have done the work that is needed, it's time to look at, she's burning all these old contracts that she has, that's what they're saying. I'm not sure if that's exactly what was meant by this card, but that's what they're saying. She's burning all these old contracts that she had in place, and she's beginning something very different, very new. The way that she works is in a different way. Literally. And they're all meant to go now. It does it with ease and grace, right? It doesn't feel arduous. It doesn't feel hard. It feels like it's my time to shine. And I'm going to be open to the illuminated path where I also am illuminated. I'm going to be open to illuminating myself on this new path. I'm going to be guided. I'm going to receive everything I need. Everything I need. Yeah. Ah, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Wow. 4 of water. You see that? Look at all those bubbles. The 4 of cups is about understanding that not only do you have everything that you need within you, but that the universe and spirit are totally supporting this, and they will be guiding you. They will be guiding you. It's an offering energy. So make sure that the goal is to receive and be open, and it's going to happen for you much more easily because you're getting this 10 of fire twice, this 10 of clubs, 10 of fire, 10 of wands, essentially, twice. This tells you you have made it to a marker. This is a point of accomplishment. Good work, well done. Time to put the hard, arduous, they're saying the word painstaking kind of way that you do things behind you. You're putting yourself first now, and you will be guided to shine in a way that really serves you. You will be able to be filling your cup, and the universe is going to keep offering you ways to be able to do that more fully for yourself. And the best part of your energy group too is that it's done with this positivity. It doesn't, even though you've got this 10 of fire coming up twice, you can see she's kind of like, right? She's not doing, this doesn't look arduous. It looks like it's flowing for her. She's like, I'll burn this one, let go of that one, no more for that one, releasing that one. And she's just, yep, these are done now. Thank you. Thank you very much, with a smile. I mean, she doesn't literally have a smile on her face there, but that's what it feels like to me. The energy is really optimistic. It's really positive, and that's what's going to help you kind of get through this transition with the ease that they're talking about and the grace that they're talking about with the white pelican energy. So, hooray. You're going to be that positive person who is just loving themselves, and it allows you to just spread even more love around. Yep, and more opportunity is really going to come from that. More opportunity for you to feel divinely connected, divinely aligned, and just completely illuminated, shining. Okay, love that. Love, love, love it, group 2. Hopefully you answer the call. Let's see what your final bit of guidance is here from the Sacred Creators Oracle. Ooh, cozy up with risk. And another 61-7. So maybe you do feel like this is a risk for you here. And look, it's a little fire. It's a fire energy. Cozy up with risk. Take the leap. Do what your soul is calling you to do, and do it with a smile on your face, because it feels like it's just going to be so good for all involved. That energy that I was feeling, it's like other people are included in this, and this is a new way. You may be forging the new path, okay, and releasing the old. And it might be uncomfortable, or it might be, sometimes people really don't love change, but it makes it so much easier when you can keep a positive or optimistic outlook on it and do it with a smile. It actually does have an effect, because everyone is energy. So when you come in with positivity and you're not really like trying to have a conversation, as I said before, about it. You've just been guided to do this, and this is how you're going to shine, and we're not doing this anymore. I'm receiving even more gifts, and I'm heeding the call. I'm answering the call. I'm putting myself first, and thank you very much for doing this, and thank you very much. It's a gratitude, loving, positive kind of optimistic energy that gets you into that 2 vibe, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all along your way. You're just moving forward in a very different way, on a very different path. And again, it may feel risky, but you've got those 7s that are saying, if there's something you want to do, now's your time to do it. Go ahead and do it. Find a way to do it, and do it with a smile on your face. And other people will accommodate. It will be okay, right? If that's what you're worried about, it's going to be all right. People will cooperate. Well, love this energy. Love that you've come to this marker, group number 2. If you found this reading helpful, you can let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leaving me a comment down below. And if you know someone else who may find it helpful, please share it with them so they can receive the messages that they need. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to hear about future readings when I post them, click that notification bell. Very excited for you, of course. I feel like I'm always excited for people, but when you come to this kind of a marker where certain contracts, certain ways of doing things, they're just being left in the past, you're meant to receive whatever's coming that's new, that's going to guide you on your illuminated path, more purposeful path, from a really high, divine, positive place, and you get to step into that positivity, forge the new path, make time for yourself, maybe do things that you never thought you could do. I mean, they're calling you forward, right? They're calling you to rise. They're calling you to do it. And releasing all these narratives that were old or stuck in this kind of stuff in order to be able to welcome in the guidance for the new illuminated path forward for you. So if you've already started to do that, again, my group 2222s, keep going because you're on the right path. And if you haven't yet, it's safe for you to kind of step into that energy now with positivity and optimism. I hope that this served you. Thank you so much, group number 2. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be looking at what you want to look at releasing and what you're meant to receive. Welcome in. If you're listening to this and you chose the third pile, the number 3 card, which is really interesting. The 2s had 2s and you have a 3. I didn't notice that before, but prepping for this, I saw, oh my goodness, it's card number 3, the polar bear. We are going to get some information on this, of course. It said solitude, friendship, strength, and resilience. You're a very strong person there and very insightful. Friendship, I like that energy too. Very strong person. So who you group 3ers are very, it's like you persevere, period. You're resilient and you feel very connected as well to me. I'm going to put that right in the middle and separate these cards, what you're meant to release, what you're meant to receive. Okay, and just get some more information for you. I'm just listening there. Interesting card, the polar bear, because boy, is the polar bear tested. And it needs to be resilient, of course. They're showing me the word trusting or trust. Just choosing a Sacred Creators card for the end of your reading here for a little guidance at the end that we can look to before we get fully started. Ooh. We'll flip it over anyway, even though we got a little peek at it. We didn't get to read it fully. We'll keep it a kind of secret. It's nice to see what they want there in the end. Okay. Let's see what we have under the Priestess of the Light card for you to be looking at releasing. Now, these cards are very powerful cards, so we're going to be reading the lower vibration, basically, of this card. So let's see here. 41, Circle of Eternal Joy, Timelessness, the Dance of Life. Oh my goodness, right away. Excuse me. Right away, they're talking about mortality. Yeah. Okay. Right away, they're talking about mortality and sort of you're either thinking about that or worrying about that. Circle of Eternal Joy, Timelessness, Dance of Life. Yeah. There's something connected around mortality, or either you've been thinking about that or someone close to you has triggered that, either someone passing, etc. And so it looks like they want you to step back into joy here. I don't know, it just feels like it feels like a bogged down kind of energy here. You may need to spend some time alone. This card in the middle that you chose is indicative of the energy or the vibration or the frequency of what it is that's going to help you transition and release in order to receive. And so spending time alone is going to be important. Leaning on those people that that honor and respect you, and that you respect and honor, people who are really there for you no matter what, that are your soul tribe, your soul family. It doesn't have to be, your biological family if that's not a real connection, heart connection for you in a way that's supportive. But it looks like, yes, staying resilient and understanding that you do have inner strength is what's going to help you release your focus. It's like a focus on the fact that life doesn't continue forever. Timelessness, the dance of life. That, they want you to dance again. They want you to come back to the present moments or start enjoying your moments. And it just feels like a loss energy to me. So releasing some of that grief or that loss and coming back to the present moment, coming back to find some joy in things and leaning on the people that you need. Okay, let's just get a little bit more information about this. See what they'll give me here. It's a 41-5, which is the Hierophant. So yeah, it just feels like you're meant to gain some bigger picture wisdom in the solitude. Thank you. King of Diamonds, yes. The Truth. Oh, okay. Sometimes this king can be like manipulative or so it may not be that someone is actually passing. Maybe there's somebody in your life who is sucking the joy. Okay, sucking the joy from your energy. And it holds some kind of authority in your life, really. This is interesting. Not at all how I expected this to go. Okay, interesting, group 3. It's around a relationship, it feels to me. Let's get more info, shall we? Yeah. If this is about yourself, it's like those strict parts of yourself that are too authoritative, that are kind of holding you back, that you need to release and be able to again, it's stepping into this truth, this divine truth energy, that joy continues, the circle of eternal joy, everything is timeless, your divinity is timeless. It just feels like this is really bogged down energy, control kind of energy, only oriented on the physical plane, and they want you to connect more to the eternal energy here, or the endless, unlimited, divine spirit that exists within all of us as well, so that you aren't hindered by, again, it feels like physicality almost. Queen of Air, another group got that, Queen of Air. So this is the queen to this king. The Queen of Air is the queen, excuse me. This is Pentacles, still. They're like still. Yeah, it's an authority figure. That's what it feels like. Again, it might be your own self being like, no, I'm stubborn. Because this is a different energy there. This is like, I read this as the King of Swords, but this is the King of Pentacles. That's probably why I'm picking up that grounded energy. Physical, like physical world. Still. It still feels like it could be manipulative or just unmoving, like heavy, really heavy energy. Queen of Air. Queen of Air is the Queen of Swords. She's an independent energy. Oh, like I can only do it by myself, right? 4 of Fire, 4 of Wands. This is a good card. Love that. Let's see what else we've got. One more here, please. Okay, and the Devil, Temptation. She calls it Temptation in this deck, but it is the Devil card. And then we've got this, like, it just feels like you bog down maybe by, I just want to kind of say life. Like, instead of dancing through life, you're kind of trudging a bit. And feeling like, oh, I always have to be so strong. And, you know, it doesn't feel like a flow to me. I'm just trying to see how they're, like you're stuck in some kind of a cycle here that isn't really helping you to connect to that divine flow and the divine spirit and the eternal joy and dancing through life. Instead, you're like trudging. It feels very heavy. And I think that it's interesting that you chose the polar bear here with this kind of energy, because to help you move along, you're meant to be strong and resilient and move into solitude. But I think that it's going to be very important for you, Group 3, to understand that friendship is where abundance is, or recognizing who are your friends, who are the people that are in your life that you can trust, because it feels manipulative. Something is going on with somebody being either stubborn, greedy, manipulative, and trying to control. It feels like control to me. And so if you've got somebody in your life like that, they may be wanting you to close out this cycle here and release the need to be unhappy or continue to trudge. Look to the people that are supporting you through this, that really, like I said, honor you, respect you, love you, and seek their shoulder or their advice is really what they're saying, or their advice. Because you're going to have to make the decision within yourself. You've got that solitude energy there. But I think the friends and the trusted confidants can help with this, because I think you're meant to shine. And for some reason, it just feels like this energy puts out the spark, and it's a bit of a cycle with the temptation card. It's a bit of a negative cycle, and it is very heavy. Okay. I'm going to see what's in your receiving position to see where they're leading you, because it's like we need some lightness. This has been carrying on, and you have been strong, and you will continue to be, group number 3. But where is that leading you? Where does that get you? It feels like I've been strong forever. I keep trudging. I keep doing this, and I don't feel like I'm shining. I don't feel like I'm getting the insight. I'm trying to trust my insights, but I get this like good spark of something, or I get to make it to a good marker or celebrate something, but then I just feel bogged down again. I still have to be resilient. I still have to be strong. But this must be leading somewhere, okay? So I want to see where that is, group 3. What are you meant to receive? Magnetic receptive power, divine feminine, and it's a 7, the Chariot. Whoa. I don't think you're going to put up with this anymore. Group 3. I don't think you're going to put up with this stuff anymore. It just doesn't feel like this. This is the energy is powerful, potent, magnetic, receptive power. I think it feels like you're going to go within yourself and realize, I'm meant to receive more. I'm discarding this now and stepping into my magnetism, stepping into my power, and being able to receive and use it, like to lead you. Yeah, to lead you, right? Yes. Like you're going to be determined. There's no stopping you. It feels like I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm going to use my strength not to get through this, but to move out of this. Okay. Wow. Wow, you've got this in you, group 3. FYI. If you didn't know, now you know. It's like magnetic, attractive power. You can harness that, and you can do whatever you want with it. And as of late, I think it's been bogging you down, or there's been some kind of control on you, some kind of a cycle that you've been in that's really been bringing you down. I mean, this is a shadow self energy. It could be an addiction type of energy. And it feels like it definitely involves somebody else. But there are people who love you, and they're going to help you, and you have the power to help yourself here. And it just feels like once you've decided this is what you're meant to receive, you become this force. Like, these are not like, look how clear those are. This is clear guidance, clear reception. Comes in, and then you know the way forward. Yeah, like the obstacles that were once obstacles or challenges are no longer there, because you just like have decided, like, no, this is where I'm going to be harnessing my power and putting it towards now, my energy now. 2 of Wands. Yep. Okay. There it is. 2 of Wands energy to couple that. Wow. Okay. The 2 of Wands is I'm seeing what they want me to say, because it can be a planning energy. It's a decision energy. Yeah, like making decisions, period. Owning your power and progressing forward, period. I keep saying that, period, like that, period. So yeah, this feels like a decision that is made that is in alignment with what it is that you know that you deserve, and sort of not settling for less anymore. and being totally guided in this space with this divine feminine. The divine feminine is very intuitive. They're talking about taking from the depths or taking from the dark and being able to bring it to the light, to channel it very clearly forward with clarity. You move, you make decisions, and they're inspired decisions. They come from a place of divine reception, right? And they might just come to you with that magnetic energy. Like once you decide, the path becomes clear and you know exactly where to go. You're almost drawn to it, right? With the magnetic energy, with the attraction energy that they're asking you to receive, to open up to receive. This just feels like a thing of the past already. Now that we're on to this energy, this just feels like, no, not anymore. No, like I'm over it. And I've been strong long enough. And now I'm going to use that power and connect and receive. And then it's like you become a magnet. You're led forward. You're able to plan things differently and you progress forward in a very different way. Wow. Okay. This is a very powerful energy, group 3. I don't know. I'm not sure if you know this, but you have some really amazing, very powerful attraction energy, magnetic energy available to you that you can open up to receive at any time. Wow. You haven't been through all this stuff for nothing, they just said. It hasn't been for no reason. Both, thank you. Oh, okay. Want me to look at these first? The 7 of Earth. Yeah, hasn't been for nothing. That's all they just said. Hasn't been for nothing. The 7 of Earth is the Seven of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is about waiting for what you've already planted to grow, or the seeds you've already sown. Not the seeds you've already sown, the seeds you've already planted. Like the work you have been doing, it's not for nothing. Yeah. It's time to make an investment in yourself with that kind of power that you've gained. And it's wisdom energy too that you have. Group 3. Again, they're saying, hasn't been for nothing. Everything you've done up until this point, everything you've been through, what you've been able to be strong through, what you've been able to persevere through, all of those heavy moments and carrying around that heaviness and sort of feeling like you don't have control over your own decisions or whatever's going on, that manipulation energy. Nope. It wasn't for nothing. You've learned something. You carry some wisdom and you carry some power. And once you step into it, or if you allow yourself to receive it here, you're going to realize that everything you've been through is going to help you move forward on the right path. Yeah, look at that. 9 of Fire. More resilience. But in this card, she's like, look at the treasure that I have been able to create here. The 9 of Fire is the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is about boundaries and staying strong and saying, nope, actually, that's over. That's over now. I feel like it feels like I tend not to want to say that because everybody is different. So obviously receive this as you receive it as it vibes with you. But this feels like a decisive energy that you will decide, I'm done with this. I'm on to this now, and I am going to receive what it is that I need. I'm going to trust myself. And this creates this it makes you a magnet, a very attractive magnet that not only will attract new things into your life, but it will also sort of pull you to the right path, to the right decision. And you'll start to see all of this stuff that you've been through kind of coming to culmination with things. It's like, you didn't go through this for nothing. Don't quit here. Look at these stars that have been able to be created. Yeah, it's a card of resilience, the 9 of Fire. But it just feels like you've come all this way and you're going to start to use that fire in a way that really, really works for you. Love. One more here, please. Is it that top one? I know, that almost popped right out. Wow, yes. Messenger of Water. This is the Knight of Cups. So boy, is it going to be heart-centered about you. about what you love to do and what you want to do. That's a feminine energy coming in and guiding you. This divine feminine comes in with the messenger of water to bring the news, to show you the way, to allow you to be led in the direction of your dreams. Again, this feels like whatever you have been going through, group 3, I'm so sorry if it's been heavy, arduous, and you've had to be strong and resilient, because I know that sometimes that can be so frustrating, tiring, exhausting, or you feel like, is this ever going to change? Is this ever going to end? Well, they're asking you to receive into your own power here, and this is what's going to move you forward, and not only in the direction of, your divine path or what you're being called to, but in the way of your heart, what is meant for you. It feels like you will begin to see signs that everything that you have been going through has not been unseen, if you will. That's how they're saying it, unseen. So it's like Spirit's seen what you've been through. They know what you've been through and how strong you've been through that. And now it's going to be your turn to connect and make decisions where you get to see things start to come to life in a very different way. So don't quit now. That's all I have to say. Don't quit now. It's time for you to follow your heart and to start making actions and taking actions. Open up to receive this magnetic sort of power, because the receptive power allows you to be shown what you're meant to do, which way to go. It helps you make decisions, and it helps you to see these kind of nuggets like, oh yeah, the reason why I had to go through that was because of this. Now I understand. Wow, okay, that's now making sense to me. And this card to me is just, they just keep saying, tell them not to give up, because if they step into this power, this is what's available. And then you're using your strength and your resilience and your perseverance, that power that might have been bogging you down, that they're asking you to release, or these negative cycles. And by the way, you could be doing this to yourself, right? It doesn't have to be another person. Your ego, your mind could be doing this to you, sort of controlling. But whatever it is that was heavy, it's like, no, I'm deciding not to do that anymore. Actually, what I am going to do is open up and receive and understand that I am magnetic and I can create whatever I want. I can attract whatever I want. And it's not from an ego place. It's from a divine light, a very powerful, mind you, divine light in that space. So because you've been able to be strong and resilient, and the wisdom that you've gained from that allows you to connect in this really powerful way that leads you right forward. And P.S., fills your heart, right? That's what this is. Like, show me which way to go. You're not asking your mind which way to go. You're asking your heart which way to go. What's going to fill you up? What's going to bring you joy? What's going to make you feel warm and fuzzy is what they said. That's the kind of energy. It's not bogged down energy. It's forward moving, heart centered, totally connected, embarking upon the path that feels so good, and using what you have gained from the past and from your experience and from all that strength and that beautiful, it's like you're tough or something. You've been through a lot, and all of that is going to serve you so, so well coming up in the future. If you open up to receive this, you can do it. They just said they can do it. You can do it. Let's do what we have under here for final guidance for you, group 3. Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot. This yellow energy. You see that? Manifesting and doing. 59, 14, 5. Anything here, guys? 59. Oh, the actual, just straight up, 59. Maybe 59 might be important for some of you. You might have been born in 1959 or be 59 years old or some other form of that number. Manifesting and doing. This is third chakra, solar plexus. Let's go. That's why I was probably feeling that. I forgot it was this bright yellow. This is, as I said, it feels like a decision. I decide, because this third chakra is I decide, I choose. Now I choose how I'm going to spend my energy. Now I choose where I'm going to place my focus. Now I choose to be a magnet for beautiful insights to lead me forward. Now I choose, and be open to it, because if you light that third chakra up, you're off. Manifesting and doing is really this removing obstacles, having the willpower to do it, that chariot energy that just, they just said, it summons you forward and you go. That it's like a magnet. It pulls you forward and you're just headed. You're determined and you're headed in the right direction and nothing's stopping you. And your heart is included in that. So it's just, it feels so fulfilling. It feels like fulfilling energy. It feels grounded but connected at the same time, which is what you want. The strength energy grounds you. You know what you've been through. You have the wisdom. And then connecting to that divine feminine is just going to propel you forward, where you're not going to be questioning yourself anymore whether or not you're making the right decision. You're going to start to see the fruits of your labor over time come, like, appear in front of you. Like, you'll see the manifestations coming here as you're continuing to move forward on your path, connected and attractive and magnetic. Wow, group 3, you've got some power. For sure. And I hope that you allow yourself to open up receiving and learning how to really use that for your absolute highest good on your path forward, so you can leave this kind of stuff behind, make that decision for yourself. Well, if you found this helpful, group number 3, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leaving me a comment down below. And if you know someone else that may find it helpful, please feel free to share it with them so that they can receive the messages they need. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see my future videos, then hit the notification bell so that you will be notified the next time that I post a pick a card reading. Wow. Wow is all I have to say for you, group 3. Manifesting and doing, that is the calling. That's what you're meant to be receiving, stepping right into that magnetism and moving forward and kind of leaving this in the past, using your strength and your beautiful resilience for something that was something that you're called to, something that you're meant for, something that you've been attracting and working on, and feeling so fulfilled in doing that. So I hope that that serves you. Thank you so much, group number 3.